set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here comes the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused.
He tries to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense. You get the third down stop, you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have...
Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the back. Hard running there.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Bulldogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Right down the middle. It's caught. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends.
Louisiana Tech, 0.
First play of the period, first down here.
29 Philly.
Leaves it with the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack to pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Daniels. It's complete to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Might be calling a hot route. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. There he goes. Running inside the 20. He's at the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he's not going to take the touchback. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it on the right. Off and running. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
We needed that. They needed to punched the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
14.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Got room at the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. That's caught. It's Wiggins. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Extending the play. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure,
touchdown Bulldogs! And here they come, almost all the way back.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable forcing the turnover. Big play, big momentum swing.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
To the air, it's Daniels. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly.
Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And the Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Finds his big tight end. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Going over the top. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be true.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. He's going for a big play downfield. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. The Jayhawks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off play action on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Under fire. Slings it downfield. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Try to get it to the edge. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
He's going to let it go. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. The Bulldogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. The Kansas offense returns to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the...
Touchdown, Rock Chalk! This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Simpson. He's going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Alabama pushing the tempo.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver.
Going for it all. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the tight end. Second down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Moving away from pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Looking to the big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ross. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to. A knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense in a split backfield. Handoff from the gun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders. be stopped for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This is a designed run. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
The Cavaliers in the hurry up. The option look. Now the toss. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown.
And he's got it inside the 35. David, you're the analyst. I'll defer to you, but it was as if he saw cover one and says, I'm attacking downfield.
I like that. You should always defer to me in all situations, but exactly right. See the safety. Now I know the outside third of the field is mine. It's a one-on-one matchup with the corner. I like my guy. He likes him for a reason because he just made a big play for him.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? He gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Back open in the middle. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
The sure hands, it's Miller. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw on first down. Floating away. Fires on the move. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to people more than we like to catch balls.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws for the tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Got the big tight end on the corner tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Alabama quickly back to the line. The snap sets up the throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown time! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers, and the offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Courtney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Defense in press coverage. Gets the back moving. On the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Woof. Deep breath. Big sigh of relief. He's able to recover it. You know, you put that thing on the deck, you start to panic. But great job getting back to the fumble, recovering his own fumble. Otherwise, that could have been bad.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. Smashes through the tackle. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got the quick pass. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be first and goal. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Bama! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0.
position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much doing there. He gets it. .26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He wants to change this route. The quick out. At the 40, there he goes. It's a running room. Wide open space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looks as if he's going to run it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking for a man. It's Allard. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
A run for the quarterback. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know what?
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Rams him with the stiff arm. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. On on fourth down, going to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. LSU quick to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, he'll tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Wide open downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Hits it with a stiff arm. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One final play before the end of the quarter. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Fears the pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Delivers the stiff arm.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll set up to throw. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Dances away. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the...
He's got it along the sideline. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that...
Looking for the end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Fires deep for the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to...
He caught it! Man, when that ball's tipped, you're thinking turnover or settle for a field goal. Nope, they got the first down.
And it's so frustrating because that's what you're trying to do, get deflections. You know, hit the quarterback, make bad things happen. They did a great job deflecting the football, but unfortunately the receiver still makes the play.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop them.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down one possession. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He might want another play. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Durham. Turning on the Jets. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Turning it on. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. LSU right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a net,
Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field.
Throws toward the end zone. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
the ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he steps to the sidelines on this return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Unloads it downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Gives him the big stiff arm. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds.
Unleashes one deep. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Snagged in the middle, it's Singleton. Oh, he got loose. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is a nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure.
Time to take a shot. He's got it. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take another shot here. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. The Tigers will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Saunders. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to pass, it's Aller. He wants to go deep. Snatches it on the right. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Durham. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Offense in a bunch formation. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig him out of this hole.
To the air, it's Aller. He's got the tight end. Once from the tackle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And they just keep inching closer to the goal line. You go for it on fourth down, you get it, you're now finding yourself even closer. This is a place where you'd love to be.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The offense changing the play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Reels it in down the left side. Running free. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Saunders. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Aller. And down he goes back at the 3.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he has